while Kharkiv, Kiev and other cities attacked the latest wave of attacks. Russia's missile warning in Belgorod. Russia said that the Ukrainian military areas in the capital Kiev and Kharkiv have targeted a new wave of drones and missile attacks for days as retaliation to a deadly attack in Belgorod city. The Russian Defense Ministry said on Sunday Kyiv said that he built decision-making centers and military facilities in Kharkiv after saying a hotel and cafes were shot. Ukraine Air Force. Ukraine's first defense line, as well as Kharkiv, Kherson, Mykolaiv and Zaporizhia regions. Civilian, military and infrastructure, he said. Previously, Ukrainian officials said there was a security advisor for 2 men and a German journalists team of 14 and 16 years old among those injured in Kharkiv, as part of wider ardment Ukraine, which is closer to midnight and targeting Kiev. Russian plane waves hit residential buildings in center Kharkiv. Fire. Kharkiv Mayor. Second largest city Ukraine. Ukraine's largest in Ukraine, he said. Second city. On eve of the new year. Russians want to scare our city. But we are not afraid, we are not broken and invincible. Mayor Ihor Terekhov. Russia accused Ukraine of making a terrorist attack için for civilians in Belgorod on Saturday. Belgorod Region Governor Vyacheslav Gladkov called on a task telegraph account, calling the residents of Belgorod to hide in shelters as a missile warning city. Previously, Moscow said that attack on Russian forces in the Ukrainian cities that Russian and drone attacks would not be unpunished. At an emergency meeting at the UN Security Council requested by Russia, Ambassador Vasily Nebenzya claimed that Kyiv was targeting a sports center, ice skating track and a university. This was a deliberate disagreement attack against a civilian target, Neb said. Nebenzya on Saturday. At least 40 people were killed on Friday in one of the biggest attacks of Russia in Ukraine since his invasion about 2 years ago. Nebenzya defended the attacks, saying that Moscow only targeted the military infrastructure and Ukraine's air defense systems are responsible for civilian losses. Poland, a member of NATO military alliance, said on Friday a Russian missile was briefly passed through the airspace before leaving and that it was concerned about country limits. Ukraine. Is the West support to continue? The fight between Russia and Ukraine concentrated last week due to speculation that the war reached a dead end. U.S. President Joe Biden said he would talk to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy after the last attacks on Saturday. Biden said on Friday that the attack showed that Russia's targets in Ukraine launched unchanged. About 2 years after the first initiation of Russia's occupation, he tries to destroy Ukraine and subjugate his people, while supporting Ukraine continued to be intact between Western countries. More military aid met the increasing return of conservative political forces in the